and gentlemen, welcome to Around the Game Wednesday edition. And tonight in the studio, I'm with CP, Mr. Chana Paul, and ayiko Gerald, aka Gerald. You guys are welcome.
Yeah, big blocks.
How are you guys?
We're okay.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, thank you so
Is
much.
Corona affecting you guys or your car?
Man, so much. Corona affects everyone.
Okay.
Like everyone, yeah. So it depends on how it actually affects you.
Okay.
In a good way and
Negative way.
yeah. So.
But anyway, you guys look fit, so I'm sure you're keeping fit.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's get quick into it. When and how did you guys begin playing basketball? Begin with Gerald.
I started playing basketball from high school and high school. Okay, I've attended a couple number of schools. I was in St. Mary Gority for my I'll begin from my secondary life.
Yeah, that's fine.
Primary, I didn't play a lot of basketball. So in secondary life, I was on St. Mary Gority, attended, and there wasn't so much of basketball. The court was just a dusty court, and we'd play with these balloon balls and bounce around, and the hoop was funny. So I used to actually play volleyball before I joined basketball. So I played there for I think 2 or some months. Then I got done with my form 4
Okay.
because I started playing basketball at the end of my form. I think during that time of UNEB and what. So when I went to form 5,
Yeah.
that's when I actually started playing basketball on the real court.
In the same school?
Court. No, I went to Midland High School in Kawempe, and I got to meet coach. I think Chan.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, Chan was my coach in Midland High School. So I got to meet him and began playing basketball, and he started teaching us the fundamentals, the basics of basketball. Yeah, so that's actually where I started playing basketball from.
So how did you fall in love with the sport? What was the reason?
Well, I love basketball from. I used to watch people around the YMCA play. I used to come around. I had friends that would bring us around. Even Coach Chan actually brought us around at YMCA one day, and he showed us how guys are playing basketball. And I'm like, okay, because he got me playing volleyball. Actually, also when I went to Midland, I started playing volleyball. But he told me, you know what, young man, come. You can jump high, you can do it. So I'm going to teach you how to play basketball. So we went around and so we saw around the game, and I got the love, and I started trying one-on-one things like that, bouncing the ball and what. So
Okay.
yeah, started enjoying the game.
Okay, so Paul, tell us about your history.
Wow.
Like, when did you and how did you begin playing basketball?
Thank you. Thank you for having us, Vin. I appreciate it. Happy to be here. This man's history has been very long. I'm going to keep mine short. Mine, I learned basketball in a hill called Kira College Boutique. That was where I started all of it. I think I was in senior 4, and we didn't have a coach. We had a court which had some potholes. That was 2011, and our coach was actually my technical drawing teacher. So the school wasn't basketball based, but the love was there. Which students would play. I would say I started then because me, who knew nothing, I was actually in the team. That is why I got my first jersey number 10. And I want to just shout out to all my boys from Kirapoli Boutique because it taught me. But to be honest, the person who really made me get the love was my brother. That was my brother, Coach Pascal, Coach Picovat. He used to come at home with some balls. They weren't standard balls, and then he just comes and dribbles. You know how it looks nice when you see someone doing something so interesting. So you say, I think this is something good, I need to try it. So I just started from there. He showed me some handles, and I would also try that. So when I went back to school, I wanted to repeat, and I wasn't worth anything, but still, I had the love. And since the team wasn't very big, and trust me, I warmed the bench. I was in the school team, I had a jersey, but my ass was always on the bench. Sorry.
So, let me take you back a little bit. I don't know if you believe it, but basketball originated from ginger somehow. Like, if you look at the stars who have been in the game, like in the league, normally,
Yes.
even just to name a few, Kimberley, have all been from that side. So if you tell me you guys had a tarmac court in Tiki, it's scary.
Yes, it is scary, but okay. It was a big sport in the East because in our school we actually had 6 houses, and all these houses had courts. That's how.
Maram courts or tarmac?
No, some had Maram,
Okay.
some had tarmac. But specifically in Henry Village we had tarmac, but they had some holes, Yes, but of course, as a basketballer, you shoot on the side with no holes.
Yeah.
Look for the good side and take your shot.
Okay, now that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, Gerald, tell us about some of the teams you've been to, like in the leagues thus far. I don't know, how many years have you been in the league?
Let me say around 5 to 6.
Okay.
If I'm to remember, around that. Okay, if I'm to remember, the first team I joined was Beeston Planets. Did you hear of Beeston
Yeah.
Planets?
Yes.
Yeah, and Coach Roba.
Mm.
Yeah,
Ninja.
Yeah, I was with him, and well, that season was terrible.
You lost all the
We
games.
lost all games. Like we didn't even win a single game, but we played. Like we play, and of course we had the potential. But you see, we had these up and downs in our team. Sometimes we arrive on court for like 4 people, then we wait for the fifth guy, we tell him to grab the judge and come. So it was a little bit difficult because we didn't even have a training ground. We tried to train around Luzira SS,
Yeah.
but still it wasn't like very organized and one. And Roba being a coach player also, he also was actually with us in the team and we play with him and all that. So I began from Beeston Planet. From Beeston Planet, my brother here, Paul. Okay, we're already friends. We actually play pickup and So he told me, there's a team in Chambogo called Old Timers. Why don't you come around and join us? So I think that was in 2017, 2016, 2017. 2017, yeah. I started playing in Old Timers. So that was my first season in actually Div 1, because the other one was Div 2, the one is the D League, yeah. So that was Div 1, so I started playing there. I played in 2017 and 2018.
Okay.
Timers, yeah.
Then, Mr. Paul,
Yes.
the clubs you've been
Clubs.
to. Yes.
Wow. When it comes to basketball, I'm a very selective person. I've been to only 2 clubs in my life. First one was where I met the one and only Coach Ronald Bajuma, the one who taught me basic basketball, and alongside Coach Lawrence, that was Avocado Knights, the developmental league. That by then it was Div 3. So that is where I actually learned basics. I started as a big man. So in Butiki, I was a big man, very short, but I had the energy.
Oh my God.
So I couldn't leap high like this frog, but this man is very high. But I used to just have the basics, and I think Coach Ronnie saw something in me that I appreciate him for giving me the chance, because I he used to see me put the effort, and he still put me there. I was short, I was small, but he put me in the best. But with time, he started teaching me something that I could manage with my size and my skills. I moved up to number 3. That was small forward. And then when I joined now the second team, my career was All Timers. That is now when I joined Coach Luka Tony. Now he saw the point guard in me. I think one time he saw me cross over my brother. So he was like, this man is a point guard. So I became a point guard in All Timers. And currently I'm now in Ronaldo Haga, though we haven't played because of the corona.
Okay.
But my life.
I didn't even mention.
You tell us, you guys.
Yeah, because we joined Dohaga, but okay, we initially together in All Timers, and 2019, that's when I joined Renard Dohaga, and he joined me. He's actually supposed to have joined me this year. He joined actually because he signed the contract and everything.
Okay.
But because of Corona, here we are. So.
Okay. So why did you guys finally leave Old Timers? Was it influence from you, like told him let's go, and you just decided to leave?
No, actually, there's been a lot of propaganda and speculation that I actually influenced him to come and join Renard Dohaga. But it's not the case, because everybody says, you know what, Gerald, you took every All Timer and you got them to Dohaga with you. But it's not the real thing. Yeah?
You're a traitor.
See, yeah, they call me actually like that. But
He's
you
the
see,
scout.
I was the scout. I was the scout because I actually never brought in any player
Yeah.
from any team to join Dohaga. Well, me, by the time I left All Timers, I had completed my
Contract.
contract. It wasn't a contract. Let me say that 2 years.
The FUBA contract.
Yeah, FUBA contract, because we hadn't signed an official contract. And also, I was done with campus. So I needed to move on with my life, and there was this offer on the table that
it was lucrative.
Yeah, it was a lucrative offer, and I was told, you know what, there's an opportunity here. Since I was looking, by that time I was not employed, and I was looking for a job. I was looking for some money, for survival, as you know, a man. So I was given this offer, and since I had played for all timers for 2 years, I think these 2 years we all like we played till the semi-finals and we'd been knocked out.
Yeah.
But I didn't leave because we were losing in the semi-finals. I still wanted to actually play for all timers, but I looked at the future and I was like, okay, maybe I could like better myself. Apart from just playing basketball,
Yeah,
as a
makes
man,
sense.
you need to survive.
Yeah.
So I was given an offer and I had to take it.
Okay.
Yeah, but in a good faith.
Wow,
Because
you've actually got this man's secret.
yeah, because
I actually didn't know the real
I hope
truth.
Agro is watching. I hope Agro is watching you guys.
yeah, he must be
Now
watching.
everyone knows the real truth.
Yeah, he must be watching
This person
because
also needs to know actually.
all timers is like a family to me.
Okay.
Still a family.
Yeah, it's actually a family to me because we have shared a lot. We have gone through a lot together.
Yeah.
Me being who I am right now, I would actually say it's like 95% effort from the all timers team.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Coach Luca has actually been a very great coach to us. Through all timers, I've gotten the opportunity to be coached by Malinga, and I had actually never thought maybe Coach Malinga would actually, take me on. But we had it was like a club. No, what was it? How do they call it?
A camp.
Yeah, it was like a camp actually. Yeah, a camp with Malinga at Nambole for quite like 3-4 weeks, almost a month, and yeah, it helped me out like a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All timers it's like my family. I've been there and
Okay.
I'm still there.
No, that's
Yeah.
fine. Paul,
Yes.
why did you join the Haga? No, now I'm not going to say it was secret from you.
No, man. Yeah.
Mine is quite obvious. Actually, the main reason was because of school. Because most of us, if you actually see the rota all timers, most of us are actually in Chamberlain University. So you find that when we complete the school, find that most of us, when we leave the university, we are going to Gulu, some are going to Eastern Uganda, others are going to West. Yeah, some are maybe looking for jobs. So when the school life is there, you're kind of centered in one place and you have the time for sport. And then when you get out there in the world, time starts reducing. Effort starts reducing. It affects your game. And as a player, as a basketball player, you feel like you're letting your team down, and you feel in place that this is the only way out is maybe to look for somewhere else that is more comfortable, and you feel less guilty. But all in all, we finished university and we had to look for other places. But on the other hand, also as a man, you need to grow. You need to grow. I played for all time 3 years. It was a very, very good 3 years of my life. I had the best time of my life in basketball. I found my place in the sport because I believe I was meant to be a point guard, and I know a change has to come in life, so I had to make a change. And I know before I was leaving, actually, people were saying, "Ah, this man is leaving. This man is leaving." There were so many rumors that saying you're following Gerald, and when I left, people would be like, "I told you so. I told you so." But all in all, they don't know the real reason, but that is the main reason.
Okay, my question is, you guys say you've been in the league for about 5-6 years. That is enough experience. Huh? I don't know if you agree with me. You guys have had it. You have the experience. Wouldn't it be like wise for you guys to have joined the NBL? Because I'm sure teams have approached you guys. There's no doubt. Haven't you
Yeah,
got
that is true. Teams do approach and they're like, okay, you know what, we've seen you play and you're not so good, but you can fit. Okay, you can join us and play with us, and we can actually help you to be a better player.
yeah.
Because that is actually most of what these people say. Most other teams say we can help you get there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, teams have approached us, and sometimes you're like, okay, let me think about it. Let me, But there was a moment, some teams came actually and approached me on my personal level, and they were giving me an offer. Okay, it was actually during that time when Duhaga was so.
That was last end of last season. The other season.
The other season,
Yeah.
2019.
Okay.
So I did not leave all timers direct to Rena Duhaga. There were other other offers here and there. So I thought about it. I had to weigh my options because by then that's when I actually got a job. I got a job, and Duhaga was giving me some, let me say, some breathing space. Okay,
Yeah, true.
giving me some breathing space. I can go for my job, then later on come and play. But the other teams, the training schedule and the location where you have to go up to, let me say, Tebe to train, and all the way this side in Bugolobi, wherever. So it's very hard for me to like move the other side. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I would love to, but I wouldn't want to disappoint. And you're like, hey, where are you? Aren't you coming for training? I'm like, man, it's already too late, or it's too far, or I'm tired, things like that. And with Duhaga, it was just at YMCA. I would ride my bike, go to YMCA, then head back home. From work to YMCA, then head back home. It was easier.
Sure.
So I thought about all that, and I think that is also one of the reasons I was like, you know what? Let me first, take it step by step. I see if maybe there's time, I can then go in the other side.
Okay, then Paul.
Actually,
NBL. Sweet, by the way. When when you're in the NBL, girls, what? So, so tell us.
But to be honest, I love watching NBL. Like, it's fun. There's a lot of talent. Yeah, but I feel my Division One is more interesting to me. The talent is in NBL, but I feel like the fun is in Division One. Because to be honest, I wouldn't say like I've been approached much by NBL teams, but on top of the criteria, as Gerald has just been saying, when teams approach you, you need to look at them and compare. And for me, according to me, the main things that I select, first of all, I first select the players, the people I'm going to fight with. When you go down, you're going down together. So yes, people are saying he went because of Gerald. Yes, he was part. I can't deny he was part of the part I left. But you also add on that the players. You look at the coach. You look at the convenience. All the things you're just been saying. You summarize them and then you choose. Yeah. But at the end of it all, you also have to put in there some fun. This one is fun.
Sure.
Yeah.
You go to a game and you're like, you're not going to win. I'm going to win. At the end of the day, they beat you by 10 run margin. When you go to a game, say you're going to lose. End of the game, you're beating these guys by 20 points, and you're like, these are weak guys. This one is so versatile.
It's competitive.
But NBL, when I'm watching City Oilers and another team, I'm like,
you just know the result.
If I was to bet, I would always go for City Oilers, to be honest.
That was actually a sure win.
So it's kind of like that.
So it makes sense. But let me take you back in time. Do you guys remember your first experience in the league?
First experience.
Yeah, I do.
Wow, that's an interesting question.
It's actually the first time I joined with Eastern, right? And it was the worst experience.
Vinny, may I ask a question?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, Bison Plumbers, how many turnovers did you have?
No, okay, I would. By the way, I wouldn't say that I had like so many turnovers, but just know, you see, basketball is a team of, it's actually a game of teamwork.
Yeah.
So I may not have turnovers, but as a team we had turnovers.
It was crazy.
Okay, it was crazy.
Tell us about that game. How was it?
Our first game, I was very nervous actually. You see, like the way CP came in here and he wanted to go and use the washroom and all that. You see, that was actually my first time. I got on court and I was like, oh my god, okay, so we're going to play basketball. It was at Mango.
Yeah.
So, like, okay, kids come around. You see those high school kids, you're already there, you have your beard. So guys are like, man, that guy looks to be a good basketballer. So, you get on court. And the first thing, man, hope you guys are dunk. And you're like, what? These things happen. So, the first game we lost so badly. It was embarrassing. We were all nervous actually.
Yeah.
Because most of the players were with those of Jeff, with those of Oribi. So those guys, we actually were pickup guys. We were basically pickup.
No
guys.
practice.
We didn't have any practice. I think we would go on court, then do a little bit of layups and straight, and we play pickup, and that was it. We didn't have any systems. We didn't have anything.
That was pickup.
Yeah, we were actually playing pickup.
Yeah.
So when we reached there, they whooped us without pickup. We went back home. We moved. It was so bad.
Paul, do you remember your first experience?
Actually, my first experience is very, very short. Also, my first league game, I was in senior six. I was the only student in that year who actually played the league, and that was, as I said, because of Coach Ronald Bajunga. And the first game I played, I was blocked 6 times. The gentleman. I actually don't remember the team.
Big man.
Remember, I played big. Actually, most of my career in high school, I was playing big man.
Yeah.
So I was always on the base. Even my moves. That's why when I know I've ever played pickup with you. See, when I get the ball in the base, I want to play around in the base because I'm getting flashbacks. So I actually don't remember the team, but I remember this man. I know how he looks like. This man was like Gerald's height. I would come with the ball, put it up in the air, it is swept out of bounds. 6 times. I was like, wow. And one of our coaches, their coaching staff, uh, they came and called me. I was like, CP, you've played well. And actually, I was so encouraged by these words. The man said, "You played well. I know this has happened, but you played much better than other people here." And I'm like, I think I can play this sport. I told myself.
Okay, like as sportsmen usually have rituals before games. There's no doubt. People listen to music, people shower, take warm water. I know of a player they talk about called Dumanyika. They say he eats a big donuts of 500. He eats 10 before a game. Yeah,
Wow.
that's what is in the league. That's what they say. But I've heard you guys before games you eat 5 kilos of pork. How possible is that? I thought before a game you're supposed to be light.
He does. He does.
No, we do.
I know.
So it's true. It's not a rumor.
No, but not before game.
Usually,
Let me say, it's actually after game, or maybe in our free time, maybe over the weekend or something. we do that, but not towards game, because honestly, how are you going to run?
But that's what people say you guys eat before the game.
No, people just run. Even you can't run with 5 kilos in your stomach.
it's more fun after when you
When you won a game,
have fun.
even if actually you lose,
Yeah.
you go and you're like, okay, let's first take the stress off.
Talk about the game.
Talk about the game on court. When you leave court, you're like, okay, so where is the game?
So is it also safe for me to say Lumanyika's 10 donuts is a lie?
I doubt it.
It could be true.
It is true.
It could be true.
Maybe if you ate them like 2 hours or 3 hours before the game.
But not 10 before a game.
Not immediately before the game, but no, seriously.
So,
10 donuts, don't huge
what's your
thing.
routine, by the way? What's your
Well, me, I think first thing I do is yawn. Did you see me yawn like so much?
Before the game.
I don't know what happened, but honestly, there's this moment like before a game. I think Arafat has noticed that so much.
Oh.
Arafat has noticed that I first okay, actually, when we're warming up, you see me yawn so much. I don't know why. Like, I just find myself yawning so much.
Yeah.
Not because I'm hungry. I might have eaten like a few minutes back, but I keep on yawning. So when I get into the game before the tip off, like I yawn like twice or thrice, and I'll play.
Then you're good to go.
Yeah, I think that is the way I first, sit down and like I think about the game. I look at my opponents and I'm like, okay, I think these guys are no match for me. I'm like, you guys should bring in some.
You need some competition. Red Bull.
Paul, okay, now for me, actually, I try to make a rhythm because when I was having challenges, actually, my first year in pointing, one of my teammates, this man mentioned Arafat, is one of the people who encouraged me. He told me, basketball is for a point guard. I think it also applies to the rest of the players. It's all in the mind. When you get your mind into the game, everything will just follow through. So I try to get a rhythm. Just a couple of things I do, but the main one, I listen to a song. When I have my headsets, pre-game warm-up, it's called I'm a Stone That the Blue Refuse, the Boondocks song,
Yeah.
at the beginning of the soundtrack. You know that song?
Yeah.
I'm the Stone That the Blue Refuse, that song.
Inspiration.
It's an inspirational song. So I listen to that. If I don't have my headsets, I just sing it because I know every word of it.
Okay.
Yeah. Or if then when I step on court, the previous year when I was in on-timers, we lost a colleague. So I used to, when I'm stepping on the court, I'd be like, this is for Joel. That was my ritual. Yeah.
Okay. So one day I think I was going to watch an old-timers game. Then before the game, I think you guys used to warm up just near the entrance. Then you guys came together. I had someone's like the team code actually thought it was a musician, and someone told me that is Gerald. Yeah? Was that true?
Which song was he singing?
It was
No,
not singing a song. Team call before a game.
You remember the team calls we used to do like even up?
Oh, yes.
I remember that was I think that was my second season with all timers.
Okay.
You know that psych, you see.
So that is the
around
team.
and-
That is for the team.
Yeah, that was the whole team
That
where
was
we
the
could
whole
like
team.
go, then we begin. You know that military song.
Yeah, and it scares
I
opponents.
don't
It
know,
does.
but I was all that
yeah.
song. So we would actually do that and like bring in some other words and get hyped up. Remember, you're actually sweating out
Yeah.
and because we'd go warm up that hill, that YMCA hill, then come back. Then if it's like let me say the fourth quarter, a few minutes, then of course now you have to intimidate your opponents and show them that you've come for business.
And some teammates who don't have the courage, they actually get the courage.
Yeah,
and we are together.
Yeah, so
that's a lot.
you come and you sing and you sweat. Even before when you're getting on court, you're already hyped up. Yeah, you're already psyched. Then the opponents are there like, okay, these guys are ready.
Okay.
Yeah, you see, there's a not a propaganda, but like everybody says, all time was this kind of team that is playing like very fast game.
Yeah.
You get?
Transition.
Yeah. So when you come with that hype on court, people are like, okay, these guys are ready, I think, to run us.
One time someone told me that when all timers are playing, you know.
Yeah, you can actually know.
Hey,
you know that this is all timers. If you're a basketball fan or something,
Yeah.
with a ball, like 1-3-1 defense, like
that's Mr. Tony Luka.
Yeah, Mr. Tony Luka, yeah.
So, what is the difference between? I know you guys have watched NBL so much, and you've played in Div 1. What is the difference between NBL and Div 1, according to you guys?
NBL and Div 1. Okay, just like he said, to me also Div 1 is fun. Okay, Div 1 is young blood, and you see when you're playing with your fellow, young blood, there is that energy, those energy levels.
Yeah.
NBL has energy levels. Okay,
Yeah.
like you're going to find big guys with big chests and big hands and what. Yeah? But with Div 1, there is that kind of different feeling from NBL. Okay, NBL, not all games are fun, to be honest.
Yeah.
You're going to find like some games and it's one-sided. But Div 1, you can't.
It's balanced.
It's not balanced out, but it's unpredictable. Very unpredictable. Yeah, you're going to come and play with these guys, and you're like, okay, this is a small team, and they beat you.
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to come and play with Veg, and you're like, okay, Veg is like down the table, and Veg is going to beat you.
Yeah.
Okay, and you're like, okay, how did this happen?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I think that's the difference. But with NBL, it's very easy, I think, to sit down like, okay, you know what?
It's predictable.
All the time, and City Oil is going to win this game.
Yeah.
Warriors is going to win this game. Such. Yeah.
Okay, you share the same idea.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so where do you guys see yourselves in the next, maybe, can I say 5 years?
Right now, I think all our vision should be a little bit blurred because of the corona thing. But of course, we wish for the best.
Yeah.
Okay? Before corona, we had plans. We all had plans, like human beings do. Well, I this season we're still going to play for
Duhaga.
Duhaga, and we're actually going to win the championship this season.
Okay.
And of course, after winning this season, we go to
Div 1.
Div 1. And me personally, I would love to have a team. I've never actually been in a team and win a championship. That is actually one of the things I have to tell you. And I really wanted to win a championship. And one of the reasons I also left all timers to come back to Duhaga, I was like, you know what? Let me go and start this thing from scratch. Let me go and play. Let me go and play my heart out. And at least I know I can do something. Okay, I know I can do something. Let me go and play with these guys and at least win a championship.
So the plan is getting to the NBL with Duhaga.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes sense.
I want to do that. Yeah.
Then that's mine.
Man, 5 years. That is so short. But the shortest time I can think of the championship, the Duhaga. Although, personally, I would want, if you ask me personally, China Paul, why you see you for 5 years. To be honest, I wouldn't think about the sport. If you ask me a side sport, I wouldn't see myself in the sports specifically. Yes, I want to play sports until I can't no more. But 5 years, I want to be a billionaire.
But I'm talking about sport. But because we all have our, our plans.
Yeah.
Trend for basketball.
But on top of that, you see, like the challenge I was having actually with the sports is that like when the teams come in like this, like things keep changing, teammates keep leaving, and you cannot really predict the future. But one thing I've seen the little time I've had with Duhaga, this is the team where I'm seeing a future ahead. The organization, alongside Coach Ronnie, that is this time is Mutebi, alongside Coach Ronnie, Mutebi. Is some organization
manager running.
Yeah.
Who's your coach?
Moses.
Okay.
So there's a bright future when you see like the management is organized, and I saw it with all timers, and yes, I've also seen it with Abacon Knights. You can see a future ahead, and I'm happy. So I believe what you're just saying. Championships are coming.
Okay, so who are those influential coaches you've been through from high school? You can begin from
So
high
many.
school.
Like when you look at coaching, do you know that actually some players actually are very valuable? Like the way I saw this man didn't know basketball and I coached him, so you should actually appreciate him. You should thank me. Otherwise, you should go and buy me a soda.
Yeah.
But when you specifically say the coach of the team,
Mm.
I think I mentioned them. Honor Bajinga alongside Lawrence.
Okay.
Look at Tony alongside Coach Richo, alongside Coach Sidik, alongside Coach Dagi. But the head was always Coach Oluka. Now in Renato Haga we have a Coach Mose
Okay.
alongside Coach Ward
Yeah, yeah.
and manager Ronnie.
Yeah. Then there. I mean, Gerald.
Me actually, I think I'll start from my roots with Coach who?
Ochan.
Ochan, yeah, Ochan Samuel.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he actually, I think, taught me how to bounce the ball better. Because I would bounce the ball, but he wasn't that good. So, yeah, Coach Ochan from high school. Then I came and met Coach Tony. I met Coach Dagi. I met Coach Slig. I met Coach Richo.
So it's basically the same.
Yeah, it's actually the same thing. Then Malinga, I went through Malinga's hands, and I met Coach Okello before he joined. We had Coach Okello in Duhaga in our first season. We were
Okay.
with Coach Okello, and right now Coach Mose.
Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking about coaches, Coach Vinny. Coach Vinny. when I'm picking up with Veg, the man makes us run suicide. So we appreciate you.
Okay. So, who are the strong opponents you've come across, like both offensively and defensively? I'll begin with Gerald.
I've played with a couple of players before, and one thing I want to tell you before. I'm not this kind of gym person. Like I've never gone to the gym actually, like to go and pick up the weights and all that. But I've had opponents that have gone to the gym and are quite strong.
Yeah.
I've played against Stanley Mugerwa.
That's a bodybuilder.
Yeah, that man is so hard. That is a rock. You get. So I've played against him. I wouldn't say that 100% he would beat me.
Yeah.
Because honestly speaking, I've blocked him, I've dunked on him, and but he has given me some very good competition.
Yeah.
Yes, and who else? Kumba guy. What's his name? Number 4.
Number 4.
What's his name? I'm forgetting his name. Kumba number 4.
Mm.
Okay, I get the picture.
He does himself.
I get the picture.
Is it
He gives this man nightmares.
Yeah, Sydney. Actually, Sydney was defensive, not defensive but offensive. This is a short, fat guy. Okay, he's not short, but he's okay, medium size,
Yeah.
and
He has weight.
he has the weight.
Mm.
So you look at him and you're like, I'm going to block this guy. I'm like, this guy is just going to come and he's going to beat you with a hoop. And you're like, how comes I didn't, block him and all that? Yes, I think so. I think those are the players that.
The two, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, then CP.
Me, I actually, when it comes to games, I always give my best. I don't say this man has defeated me. But when it came to pick up, I think the hardest challenge I've had was my key, current Warriors. Yes, one time I played game 11 with him. This man beat me 6 straight. I didn't test a win. Like, this is the man who is, according to me, he was unstoppable. I don't know. Game situation is sometimes different from pickup. Yes, I know he may have some losses in the league, but when you meet that man 1-on-1, you better play your best. Because the shot is on, the drive is on, the energy is on, the height is on. So yeah, he's a challenge offensively. Then defensively, I would say I have a challenge with playing against short people because I find them very, very swift. But when it comes to personality, I always make sure I always get ahead of him. But short people give me a hard time. Generally, they give me a hard time.
It makes sense.
He's a short person.
Well, there are many. Mose, you're short. So it gives me a hard time.
Okay, then what are your go-to moves? Like CP, what's your go-to move like when you have the ball and you want to beat a defender? Where is it? Eurostep.
That is on the drive. Actually, it has a point guard. I broke down my moves. I have a move when I'm driving. I have a move when I've not killed the dribble. I have a move when I'm slow. Because the driving I'm fast. The move when I'm slow. The move when I haven't killed the dribble. So when I'm driving I'm fast. I always go for the Euro step. And my opponents always say, "Whoa, Conquer," and I'm gone.
Okay.
Yeah, but when I've not killed a dribble, I always go. I like either the in and out or the team hardaway in
Okay.
between the leg
Yeah.
front. Yeah.
Then Gerald.
I play number 5 and 4, so mostly I'm in the paint. I find myself so much on the baseline, so I've noticed that I usually go for the turnaround jumper, like via the baseline, and like, of course, I try to do the shake and just turn around and shoot.
And
I think that
Coach Luca is like, Gerald, why are you fading?
yeah, no, not fading. Okay, I had this issue some time back where I would go to the hoop and I find myself pumping the ball. Okay,
Yeah.
and I think that is when you used to complain so much. Why are you pumping the ball? Just go and dunk that ball and all that. I think I would go for the dunk. Okay, I think that is also a strong,
Yeah, of course.
yeah, I would go for the dunk because at least I've had many dunks in this.
In the league.
Yeah, in the league, like throughout, I just go for the dunks over and over again.
Okay.
If I have the runway, of course.
Yeah. So then let's get a little bit more personal. Do you have an NBA all-time five?
An NBA? Yeah, I guess I do. I would start with R.I.P. Kobe. Kobe Bryant was actually one of my models. Like I looked up to him and I was like, okay, this guy
Yeah.
is so good. Okay, so Kobe Bryant is one of them. And I've been playing so much of NBA 2K. Okay,
Yeah.
and I've seen like the way guys like the way you can actually use a player to do something, and then use the other player and the person can't actually do it. And I like to jump up and dunk and all that.
Yeah.
I love this cutter.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
two.
so this cutter, I think, would also feature in my five. And of course, LeBron James.
Yeah, that's three.
Yeah, LeBron James. Then also Kyrie. And I think also Steph Curry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then CP.
Wow. Actually,
Please begin with CP.
Yeah, he's in that list. Actually, my favorite player in NBA is DeMar DeRozan. He's one of the reasons I got jersey 10. On top of it being my first jersey in my life. But when I'm choosing the starting five, I wouldn't take him because he's had some challenges here and there. He just learned to shoot. He used to not be a very good shooter. But CP is there, CP3, just like me, CP. LeBron is on. I'm having weight, and then I think for the bigs, I would choose Anthony, and then alongside I would say KD.
KD.
The reason why I chose those two because they're actually friends.
Mm.
KD I put him there because he's kind of unstoppable.
Yeah.
But the others are friends, and I know that teamwork can beat many teams.
Really
with
easily.
teamwork. Yeah.
Okay.
So you're not a Jordan fan?
I am, but I'm new school.
Jordan is a god, so
Yeah,
God.
he's a good. Of course, he's there. If
Yeah.
if you were to put him on the team, of course you find like, okay, you could just kick off anyone to fix him there.
yeah, true. So then NBL.
India.
Man, you see, where we have watched NBL and we have actually seen those players we actually admire as players.
Yeah.
One of them is this guy's worst nightmare, Mikey.
Mikey.
Yeah, Mikey is actually a very good player, and I think Landry also is a good player.
Okay.
Those are like two. Let me see. A team Warriors.
Yeah. Team Warriors.
A team. What's his other name? Is he a team? The shooter Warriors. What's his name? The guy who has a funny shot like
Opio.
Sorry, not team. Opio Mark. Yeah. Opio Mark and who else? I think who else did I add in there? I think Stanley.
Mogera.
Yeah, Stanley.
Okay,
Mogera.
that's fine. Then CP.
I want to cheat for him. He's actually choosing Chambogo.
Not
The whole
Jambo.
squad.
No, yeah.
Those are actually good players.
By the way, like when you've been with some people, like you appreciate them.
Yeah.
Like, so most of the people we're talking about, like they will be the people we have been around with. Because now, like Mikey, of course, will be on my team.
Okay.
But then I wouldn't miss out with Laundry. Yeah, Laundry is kind of unstoppable and he's very versatile. And then I would go for Jimmy and because Jimmy, I respect his handles as a point guard. And then for the bigs, I'd go for OC Warriors because that man, he's actually not that tall. But
OC Warriors.
Yeah. OC Oilers.
Warriors. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, he's not very tall, but he got hurt.
Oxia.
Oxia.
Yeah.
He has the heart. They love him just because of the heart. And when he's in the game, trust me, he's on his sweat out. It's winning blood, he will come out with blood.
Yeah.
And then I'll put in my brother Stanley.
Mugera.
Yeah. Home court advantage.
You know,
Agoga.
he's a good player. To be honest, he's a good player.
Then, do you guys have role models in your lives? Maybe sports related or outside? I don't know. Who are your role models?
Sports related.
Any?
Any?
No.
Wow. I have very many like different cases.
No,
But
just
sports
one.
related.
Yeah, okay, sports related.
Let me specify sports related. Sports related, I would look at CPA.
Okay.
He's the one person I would say this man is a point guard.
Yeah. He's actually still doing it.
Still doing it.
Then Gerald.
Mine, okay, of course, was Kobe, like Kobe Bryant.
Amen.
Yeah, he's so rest in peace.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually watched most of. I watched Michael Jordan, but I didn't watch like so much of him.
Yeah.
Whenever I would actually even go to the internet, I wouldn't type in like Michael Jordan because I would see those videos here and there.
Yeah, that's why I said new school.
Yeah, but I would go for Kobe. I would go and put in Kobe. You know, the dunks, the reverse dunks,
Yeah.
the what, you know, that energy level
Yeah.
Kobe had was just amazing.
Okay, so tell us about your parental influence towards your basketball. Gerald.
Okay, my side, my parents were actually very they were very supportive with sports. To me, to my siblings, to anybody actually, they support us so much. And my parents didn't know so much about basketball. I'll admit, they would know that I play basketball. Actually, let me start from volleyball. They knew that I played volleyball, and volleyball would take me places. Okay, I'd move here and there, volleyball. Even in high school, I could go anywhere and play volleyball and what. And they supported me. They were like, okay, that's the talent. If that's what you like, then go ahead and play. But of course, there will be a little bit, cautious, like, okay, but be careful. We have seen people break legs, we've seen people break hands. Be careful. So when I joined basketball, my dad has actually always wanted to come and watch me play basketball, though he has never gotten time.
And it's way tall. I bet you can play defense and you.
Yeah, my dad is actually tall, but I'm taller than him actually now. But he actually always wanted to come and watch basketball, wanted to watch me play basketball, but because of time, it's on the weekend, maybe he's up country or he's not around. So, but they've always been supportive.
Okay. Then CP.
Wow. When it comes to my parents, because it actually was seasonal. I wouldn't say they supported me fully because there are times where they actually always complain whenever I came back late, whenever I injured myself because I used to come home with a dislocated shoulder, twisted knee, ankle. So I wouldn't say they supported me fully, but I actually don't blame them because my parents are quite old and where they came from. They didn't know these things of sports, that sports would have a future and all that. So I think it was out of fear. They want their child to succeed and all that.
Read books.
Yeah, and I know most of the players out there actually feel this because most of the parents who grew up in the old traditional society, they don't believe in sports, music, such things.
Yeah.
So I had a challenge. Though once in a while, the reason I say season, once in a while, you'd be like, you know what, mom, I'm broke, I need sneakers, and she gives you a 10, gives you a 20, and you go to our place down there in container village to grab it here. But at the end of it all, he says, you know what, please work hard and get yourself a future. So it was quite a challenge.
Okay. Then, of course, you guys know we're living in the times of the corona. So before the show began, we were sharing a conversation with Paul. How are you keeping fit? I'll ask you again.
You didn't believe me.
You tell us how you're keeping fit.
Actually, I work out every morning.
Really?
I work out every morning. I have a system. I do a set of push-ups. I do a set of sit-ups. I do calf raises. I'm a blocker. I'm a funny point that can block. That's this man is a victim. So I do calf raises. I do sit-ups. I do push-ups. And I do my dips every morning.
Okay, that's good. Then Gerald.
Yeah, I've actually been jogging, but not so much because honestly, you see, when with work, it's a little bit difficult to be honest. You wake up in the morning and you're rushing to work. You come back in the evening and you're very exhausted. But over the weekend, I wouldn't lie. I wouldn't want to lie. We would actually look for a place where at least go and play pickup. Even if you to just go on a court and it has one side, you go and play pickup. again. At least just to
Sweat it out.
to sweat it out, and you're like, okay, this weekend I played, and you've sweated out, okay.
Yeah.
So some days I would feel like, okay, you know what, let me go for a jog. Let me go for a jog somewhere. I'd go and jog,
Okay.
but not on a daily. Not
Alright.
on a daily, yeah. But at least I make sure that I get a place to play pickup on the weekend.
Okay, that makes sense. So of course, you definitely know we're living in the time of the corona. So I want you guys to look at the camera and advise people how to keep safe. People don't believe it's really there. We'll go with TP first.
Alright. Good evening, guys. This is Canna again. One and only point guard, number 10. Please keep safe. Stay home. If you're hungry, maybe call me. I'll bring you some chicken. If I know you're my brother, please keep distance. Always wear a nose mask and try to sanitize as often as possible. Wash your hands regularly, and if you can avoid it, please don't move to areas that have cases of coronavirus. And remember, and this goes to you, Gerald, too. Work out. The season is coming. Work out.
That's true. That's true. Okay, well, I would first want to give an experience if it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's a corona experience. I don't have corona. There was a week I was at a place of work, okay, and I got certain flu. I had some flu, okay, and everybody at the place of work was scared. I was like, no, this guy must be like the patient zero or something. This guy has flu, and people are scared. So I reached a moment I was like, you know what, this flu is persisting. Let me do it. Let me first rest. So I spoke to my boss and I told him, you know what, I'm not feeling okay. I need to like go home and find get treatment. Okay. So when I reached home, it was getting worse. It was getting worse. Actually got scared. I was like, you know what? No, I should go and test. So I called my boss at around 10 p.m. and I told him I'm not okay. Actually, I didn't call him. I WhatsApped him and I told him I'm not fine. I'm not okay. I need to test. And he arranged for me, with our work policies and what. So I went and tested for corona. And to be honest, corona is real. My results came out negative, but corona is real. I came here in Mulago, and right now Mulago is an isolation center for corona people and all. But I came and tested. So I would want to tell people, because I've had many people, there's no corona, there's no what, but corona is very real. Corona is killing people. People are watching things on the news and they think maybe this is acted stuff or what, but corona is real. So wherever you are, use your mask. Actually, I have my mask with me here, but I don't know if these guys are safe. It's not a show, but I have my mask. I have my mask, but though I was told to take it off, but I have my mask, and corona is real. Wash your hands daily. Don't touch your eyes and your nose, and um, keep a social distance. Yeah, there's this distance, and keep a social distance, and stay safe. If there is any need for you to move to any area that maybe here has cases of corona, at least make sure you have a mask on. Sanitize your hands. If you don't have a sanitizer, wash using soap and water.
Okay. Then lastly, I want you guys to look at the camera once again and inspire the young generation or people who are watching you guys outside.
Okay, I would like to say this out. There are very many of our brothers out there and sisters actually, because nowadays sports is not only a male thing. Okay, they're having challenges with sports. I'd want to tell you all guys that you just take on what you feel is right for you. If you feel like it's basketball that you want to play, if it's tennis, if it's badminton, if it's volleyball, go ahead and practice. They say hard work beats talent. So go ahead, keep on bowling, keep on playing volleyball, keep on playing football, and who knows? Okay, who knows that you could get there, and just keep the spirit up. Yeah, I think that's all I can tell them.
Okay, Paul.
That's lovely. Yes, people out there, most of the young generation, I would like to tell you that sports is not only about playing, it's about life. Whatever we learn in this sport, we practice it in life. Um, the teamwork, the effort, the hard work, it all comes from sports. I believe I wouldn't be where I am right now if it wasn't because of sports. There's some challenges in life that I have, and I feel like this is my end. But I remember some shouting from my coaches, never give up. Yeah, there's a saying we have in ball. In basketball, we say ball doesn't lie. And I
Ball
want to
is
say
life.
ball is life, but ball doesn't lie. I want to translate it. It's more of effort. If you put in effort in something, you can make it. If you're working out to become something, please never give up. This goes out to Henry, my brother. Carter, work out. One day you may become like me. There's a young man called Ayiko Gerald. You never know. You may grow tall and become like me. Work out.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank you guys for joining us today. You guys, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for hosting us.
I'm sure I'll invite you guys next time again.
Yeah, thank you. We would
Okay.
actually be very grateful to come around.
Okay, so to the viewers outside there, before you log out, please subscribe. I'll see you again on Wednesday. Have a good night. On Sunday, have a good night.